You ever heard of honey packs?
Yeah, we heard of honey packs.
You heard of honey packs, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I thought it's supposed to keep the stamina and going for a long period of time. I didn't know
boy
it's
popped
for...
that honey pack and buzz. That's crazy. My boy about the buzz. That's crazy off the OG told me a long time ago, don't dim your light for somebody who can't
You
find
ain't
a
got to,
light
just
switch.
because you're, and I learned this a little bit from you. Just because you're catering your conversation to the audience that you're trying to reach, don't mean that you dimming your light. You could be in full light and be expressing it the way that is palatable for the other people to read. And I'm saying I learned some of that from you. So don't look at it as like I'm dimming my light by not speaking like Michael Eric Dyson every time we get on a podcast.
Oh no, you
know what I'm saying? So
you're very well versed.
I am. I just don't be doing it all the time.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, get out the mustard. You ain't gotta catch up, man. Let's go.
I don't hate nuance. I don't hate nuance because I know it's necessary. I know I be picking on y'all about it or I be fussing about it.
You honestly, you probably deal with more nuance.
I know. I'm saying, yeah, I know. I don't hate it.
That's probably why you're frustrated at it because you deal with it more than what
I deal with it a lot, and it's not that I hate it. I know we got to make room for stuff. There's all things that you got to take into consideration when dealing with other people. It's just that I kind of like the word salad stuff, like we be talking about. I just feel like people are overly using certain words and things like that to be able to either escape real conversation, escape accountability, escape taking ownership in certain instances by just throwing around words like nuance and all these other type of things to always leave room for things that are just really not likely. People are always looking for the exception. Like we talked about on average. I'll bring up an average situation, most common, this is very likely to happen. Someone's going to find the one person that they know from 1966, 1979, whatever, who did the thing to be able to say, but also this might, yeah, that's possible, but is it likely?
So how does that fall into your perspective on our previous conversation around the game? You are that one person that's going to do it different, but that's not the fucking average.
Yeah, I don't think it's average. Okay. I've never once said that it's average. I'm just saying that you don't have to do what other people are telling you to do.
Agreed.
In the way that that's all I just be trying to give people.
That's so interesting how we be on the flip side of each of these things because the last conversation, that's what me and Lace was trying to get at, is that the average person is not going to do.
No, I'm saying the average
what's necessary.
What I'm saying, but I never disagree with that, and I think that's where the argument was coming from. I was not disagreeing with y'all. I wasn't disagreeing.
I don't want
with
to go
y'all
down this rabbit hole again.
All right, man. What we talking about, man? We back. We up. We live.
I wasn't disagreeing with y'all.
We live.
I was just gonna bring that up. I was gonna bring that up because some of the people in the comments were saying the same thing. And actually, you know what? I appreciate the people because this is the one time in most of the social media clips that I've ever gone viral about where people were actually on my side.
Well, it's good for you, man.
Where people are actually on my side. You know so I appreciate them for understanding
hey,
what
like they say, a broke
at.
Clock is right twice a day.
I'm usually right a lot of the time.
They've been on your side. They've been on your side before.
Depending on what I'm talking about. If I'm saying something that is
but it felt like it was
socially acceptable, they'll usually
we gonna
be on
get
my
canceled
side.
because of Troy anyway. So talking about some bro stud Rilla, whatever he was saying, bro Rilla.
That's what they called them.
Yellow journalism.
That's what they called them.
And he yellow too. That's
oh, that's why you was calling it yellow? I thought it was a real terminology.
No, it is
a terminology.
But I'm saying
you just happen to also be yellow.
So it's a duality. It's a duality.
Lace an asshole, bro.
He is
complete. Complete. Even when I laugh at Lace, I'm like, you are such a jackass.
And that's why
That's
people
real.
be laughing.
No, that's for real though. Like I accept that. Like for real. Like
Lace.
I know that about me. Like for real.
You know what's crazy?
And I'm cool with that.
And you know what's funny about that?
What?
People who are like us genuinely have more success in life, and then they also have more friendships and relationships, believe it or not, than people who are not like that.
Yeah, like my other crew just this week was just like, yo, you such an ass. So I was like, yeah.
And people keep coming back.
Coming back for more.
I mean,
Because they want to hear.
Coming back for more.
I think people.
Have you had enough or you're thirsty for more?
have you had enough? Or are you thirsty for more?
I think people live such a life that they don't get enough of that. So when they hear it, it's entertaining, and so they want to keep coming back because sometimes you say stuff that people in their mind are already thinking, but they don't have the courage to say it out loud.
Sure.
And so that's the reason why they gravitate. And just like you say the things that people will say inside their minds, but won't say out loud. And that's the reason why people gravitate towards you, because it's like, you can express how I'm
You
feeling.
living vicariously through me.
Yeah, and I've lived vicariously. Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
gonna say that, but Mel has said. Hey Mel, tell him to.
This is what it is. Ain't gonna lose no sleep over it, man.
What's going on, man? And welcome to another edition of the Melly D's podcast, where we have honest conversations that every man needs but rarely gets to have. It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Meek Mel, aka your favorite truth teller, aka if you don't want to know,
Don't ask me. It's your boy T. Roy, your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got something you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, aka NBA Old Boy, aka I'm him, aka Mr. Big Shot, aka Lucky Luciano. Last but not least, the menace, no relation to Dennis.
Let's get it.
What up, world? It's Dave. Dave has wings. I'm back in here. I'm doing my thing. Keep your mind elevated. Keep your feet on the ground. Subscribe to the pod. We're gonna keep polishing that crown.
All right.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes Lace laugh at me. Sometimes I be stuttering.
He do.
But it's not because it's not because I can't get it out. It's because I'm trying to fix what I'm trying to say before I say it. Because I'm about to say something bad, and then so I'm trying to fix it in real time so that I start stuttering, and I say never mind.
Hey yo.
That's why I just be like, I'm just gonna say it, because I'd rather just say it and have somebody be offended than to someone stutter and then make fun of me for it.
Yikes.
There it is again. There it is again.
That's the reason why I don't mess with Lace, man. I don't mess with Lace. Especially, Lace hit me up the other day, was like, hey, man, we got a basketball team. Wanted to know if, you my first draft pick. And we expecting you, to drop, 15, and 6. And I was like, Lace, I really appreciate that. We could talk contract. And I said, you know what? I can't really do it right now. Y'all don't have enough in y'all's salary cap right now. So I can't do it. But no, I really couldn't do it because of time. But then he was like, all right, bet, because we had a game tonight. Wanted to see if you wanted to come and play. So a couple days go by. I'm talking to Lace, and Lace is like, yeah, I wasn't able to show up for the game. I couldn't play. He was about to set me up again to play for a team that he's a part of, and he won't gonna be there.
We won't like that. So as listeners know, I'm a basketball savant. And
there it is again.
And
he's on a roll.
So I hit up Dot because so my church put a team in the league together or whatever. Now, granted, I officiate high school and college. So I had a basketball game that night, hence why I wasn't at the game. So I was seeing if Troy, because I know Troy likes rec, he likes community, and it was a church function. So I was like, this right up his mouth. Like,
two for two. 2 for 2 on it.
right
2 for 2.
You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up, and he was like, yeah, you know what? I just can't commit. I was like, the games are only on Fridays. And it ranges from this time or whatever. If you want to come out, pull up, just let me know so we can get you a jersey order. You know what I'm saying? Troy was going to be you would have been a solid big on the team, you know what I mean? But hey, it happens, man. Last night I went in, dropped a cool 18 first half, kept it pushing, man. I ain't playing.
He said 15 earlier.
He said 15 earlier. He did say 15 earlier.
I forgot about I hit
now he forgot about 2 extra buckets.
Let me
I hit 3 free throws. I got fouled. I hit 3 free throws.
And let me tell you,
dropped 8.
Oh no! Actually, my daughter, she keeps the stat book, so I can send a picture for the stat book.
But let me tell you about Lace and his free throws. Okay, now y'all know when you play black basketball, and I'm distinguishing black basketball. No, I'm distinguishing black basketball.
We play for the Harlem Globetrotters?
No, listen, check me out. Black basketball pickup rules are different from white basketball pickup rules.
Are they?
Yes, they really are. The main one being fouls.
And and to be fair, Troy plays with a lot of white folk compared to because the times I pulled up on Troy, I said, Troy, ain't no come here for me, man. I gotta go, bro. Ain't no come here for me.
First of all,
ain't no come here for me.
First of all,
Luka come out there.
I said, what are we doing?
No.
Like,
first of all, that's irrelevant to the story that I'm telling right now.
It's like easy money.
Let me tell you. Let me tell my story.
Oh, my
and
God.
when you're playing with majority white people playing basketball, when you if you shooting the ball and you get fouled in the process and you call foul and the bucket go in, they're like, all right,
And one.
point counts,
and we play.
and we go back down the way. But when you playing with the majority black people,
Ball up top.
Yep.
yes,
Absolutely.
If I call foul, but the shot go in, no, you call foul.
up top.
Check,
Correct.
check
You should
ball.
have said and one.
You
Okay,
should've said-
so this is what Lace does to get around that rule. Lace will shoot the ball, get fouled, fall on the ground. He's dramatic. He kicks a leg up and an arm. It's always a leg and an arm up when he hits the ground. Looks to see if it falls. If it falls, he don't say nothing. But if it falls, if he misses, he's like,
Foul.
What do you mean? I mean, you knocked it down to the what you mean?
First of all,
That's the officiation brain kicking in,
legit.
right?
First of all, it actually happened last night, right? Same thing during the game. Shout out to Royce, homie Royce. His son was officiating. I was like, yo, so I'm going to the basket. Got to drive to the basket. Clearly get bumped. Boom. And I'm like, bro, I can't get that. Okay. He was like, if you would have missed it, I would have gave it to you, but you made it. So I held off on the whistle. So
Good ref.
That's
Good
how
reffing.
I go. You know
That's
what I
not
mean?
good reffing.
It is kind of good
If
reference.
a violation
Let me
happens,
play.
We gotta let him play.
Give him his
man.
free throw.
Let him
And
play,
this
bro.
is a church league basketball
No,
game.
it's not church league. It's the
Rec.
my church has
A rec.
game,
Oh, it's a rec
team
game.
in the
Oh,
league.
okay. It's a rec game. This ain't the NBA.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let him play, man. You gonna stop the flow of the
Yeah,
game?
come on,
18,
bro.
Let him play,
Cool
man.
18.
You one of them
easy.
that be out there taking it too seriously.
Easy.
No,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I don't. And that's actually the reason why I had to fall back from playing with Lace.
Oh, I be
because
cussing that out, yo. I be cussing
No,
that
I
out.
don't. I appreciate. No, this is gonna sound funny. I actually appreciate Lace when I play with Lace when we're on the same team because Lace actually tries to get me involved. I appreciate that. And he's like, "Hey, bro, roll." I'm like, "Oh yeah, my bad." You
Like,
know what
set
I'm
it
saying?
high, Troy.
Lace
Like,
calling plays and pick up.
Oh yeah.
Lace be calling play. No, bro.
You gotta run a pick and roll.
and
Come
this
on,
how I
bro.
know this nigga
No.
don't play basketball.
No,
Troy
bro.
is my big.
No,
Set it
bro.
up top.
Set
We
it
gonna
up.
roll. I'm gonna give it to him and shoot it.
Nigga,
Yeah,
if you don't,
like,
man,
what
if you don't
talking
ISO
about?
that ball, man,
And that's it. And
That's
that's
the
why.
problem.
That's
That's
why.
Practice
the problem
dribbling, bro.
with
Hear me out. And that's the
Practice.
That's why I haven't picked Mel up on anything in a
Get
long
outta here, bro.
the time. So back in the day, we had
Lace the whole reason I got injured, bro.
No, that was on you.
That was
I gave
you.
a
That was
dime.
you, bro. That was you.
Let's go back to that. Let's talk
That
about
was
it.
you.
Yes.
And
So-
that's two totally different things. Running plays and pickup and running plays in the actual league
First
game.
of all, setting a pick is not.
I'm
running
I'm not
a
talking
play.
about no. You talking about no? Because I already know what Lace is on. Lace ain't on no set the screen so we could. Lace ain't talking about just set a screen real quick so we could get Lace running plays. This
I'm
nigga
not running
calling.
plays. First of all, just like soccer.
Well, you
days-
are supposed to move off a ball. So
Right.
I mean,
So what I'm
He's trying to
saying-
get you to create space. Go ahead, Lace.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Creating space.
He talking about I don't know how to play basketball.
That's the whole point. Basketball is about picking spots. You got to know your spots. You got to know,
100%.
you know what I'm saying, all of that. So going back to what I was saying about Mel's bum ass. So back when we was all in the Berg, I don't know if it was the adult league. Yeah, it was adult league. We played in a league at the Jubilee, similar to what you was on, Troy. So whatever, Melvin. No context on the court. He just want to shoot.
He lying.
All he want to do
He
is
lying.
shoot.
Plenty
no
of
hustle
context.
about it.
He
no
lying
nothing.
like a mug.
So look, I get a long rebound.
Lace lying.
Melvin is actually running down the floor.
I'm always running down the floor.
I'm Luka down. All he had to do was literally go up, lay it up. It's right there. It's right. This nigga want to blow his whole leg out.
Lace, he can't control that.
Blow his whole leg out. Mess up my assist.
For starters,
And a whole dime.
he did not throw me a Luka dime. This
Oh
nigga
my-
threw. Hold on. This nigga threw me a full court lob. Like
Randy Moss, he was supposed to go get it.
He threw me a full court dime. Like I would have had to be like LeBron or somebody to snatch that from back here to pull that forward the way he dropped
Yeah,
that
you were
dime.
running
So
down
I
the
go,
lane, bro.
I'm coming
get
from
it.
the wing. I do see him. I do one of these to pat. He throws a lob. I ain't gonna lie, he threw the lob. Defenders in front of me, big. in front of me. I've been trying to lob it over him to get it to me. We jump together. He makes contact with me while I'm trying to go up to get it, to tap it in. That's how I blew my leg out. Because we made contact and I had to land awkwardly. And because I had to land awkwardly, I blew out my knee.
Jumped,
I ain't just blew out my knee. I ain't just blew out my knee because Lace passed me the ball.
Leg was gone.
Bruh. So we got to roll him off the court after the game. After the game, I go with him to the Med Express joint. I was like,
And it was closed.
Yeah, it's like, man, you'll be all right, man.
Man, no, my knee was toe up. My knee was toe. I had a knee sprain. I sprained my whole knee messing with Lace.
Hey, look, I thought you tore something.
Damn,
man.
Nah, I sprained my whole knee
Gave him
messing
a
with
dime.
Lace.
Y'all was pissed.
Bro, it
yo.
wasn't
I
no
was
dime,
hot.
bro.
But yeah, back to playing with Troy. Troy pisses me off bad, but yeah, he actually listens, so I can.
Lace a lot talking about somebody
appreciate
don't hustle. Lace don't even play defense until he make a basket.
First of all, I'm fucking 42.
Lace-
I'm not playing.
now nuance and context.
Look,
now he's 42.
I
He
tell
don't got to
just like,
do nothing.
no, I was talking to the cats last night. I was asking the teenagers. I was like, how old are y'all? 25, 28, 32. I'm 42 cooking. What are we doing? So, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, man.
So that's the reason why I don't play with Lace, because Lace plays with 20 and 30-year-old and young 30-year-olds. And these cats be coming from overseas. They be playing and they D1, D2, and D3 basketball players that he had me coming out playing with. I'm 42 years old.
I'm just trying to make you better, bro.
I'm
Just trying to make
42
you
years
better.
old, and I'm trying
Trying
to.
to make you better.
Lace don't be playing no defense till he make a
I
basket.
don't play defense. I'm
And he talking about me. And he
First
talking
of all,
about Lace talking
I'm
about me being a bum.
I
I just want to
facilitate
shoot
and score the rock.
someone who don't play defense but had 18. What you have 18,
Had
6 and
18
whatever,
last night.
What was
and
your
don't
plus
play no
minus?
defense. So what
What
you out
was
there doing,
What was
Lace?
your plus minus?
As far as assists and rebounds,
No,
or what?
plus minus like
So
so
shots?
you scored 18. How much you
I
give
pro-
up?
How much did I give up?
Yeah.
No, we don't. We play 2-3.
The one
defense. I
stat he
give up
don't
that.
see. And look, see what I'm talking about?
Play a zone.
Zone D.
Zone in the rec league is kind of crazy.
Yeah, play
Well,
that.
actually, it makes
Now you
sense.
talking about
Yeah.
Because it's older people and you're
Yeah.
trying to make sure you're reserving your energy. You got to play four
and
quarters.
our big wasn't there last night, so they had a big. So we went 2-3 zone, box out everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do
so,
kind of
you know what I mean? Probably had 7 assists, a couple rebounds. You know, well, I had one foul. I did foul a young boy, but that was it. Yeah.
no
But
defense.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not sure if y'all have ever seen these videos on social media where cats playing at LA Fitness. Like cats come in that joint ready to take people out, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
why I only do private runs. That's all. That's why I only do private runs.
private runs.
I got my group. If you want to get on it, hit me up. You want to get on the text string. But yeah, outside of that, I'm not going to LA Fitness and nothing like that.
Bruh, they be out there. It's because it's people who come there who don't even know how to play basketball.
Absolutely.
And you go.
Hence why he leaving in a wheelchair, jumping.
I know how to play basketball.
And then we had the charity game. We played the Kappas every year. All Melvin want to do is shoot threes. Pissed
And
me off
who
to
led the team? Who
fullest.
led the team in scoring?
Not you.
Me.
Bruhs,
Me?
bruhs who are listening. Bruhs, if you
Me?
at Dr. Duff,
Come on, bro.
I know tap in once you see this
Don't worry
posted.
about it.
We go get the real. It won't you.
I'm looking in the comments for that one.
Yeah.
A miracle,
Hey, bro.
a miracle in basketball is going to the game, being able to play, and walk off with no injuries. That is a miracle, and I
I give
love
you
it.
that.
I appreciate it.
Hence
every
why I
time.
pick my spots. I don't play defense. Everybody know that.
I
I'm not playing
hadn't
defense.
played pickup legit in maybe like 2.5 years at this point. Pickup basketball. It's been a minute.
Got you.
It's been a minute.
I
Maybe
think-
even longer.
I think for me, that's how I've gotten connected in every community that I've lived in is from
Playing
you know,
pickup.
basketball or particularly from a pickup standpoint. Because like all the cats that we run with, I knew none of them when I moved to Winston. You know what I mean? Now it's, you know, a little community. You go to birthday parties, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that. So it's been able to grow and cultivate itself. And officiating helps as well, being able to connect with folks in that way. So yeah.
Yeah, people come out there trying to get their aggression off. You know, something didn't go off, something didn't go well outside of basketball. Now they're trying to take their aggression out here. Once again, another story from the time that Lace left me to be in charge of the basketball team that he created.
Because I moved. I got an opportunity and moved.
No, you were still in the city.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
He was still in the city. This is what happened. So I blew my knee out and I couldn't play. So I started coaching the team, you know, because Lace left. And so I started coaching the team. Homeboy on the other team, they losing. Homeboy on the other team he get mad at me because I'm like, let's go. He said, you need to shut up. I'm like, hey, brother, just check the score. You know me, just check the scoreboard. That's all we need to talk about.
He thought it was still sweet.
He looked me dead in the face. He said, I don't care if you do got a suit on, and if you are a church dude, I'll go to the car and pop the trunk on you. I'm like, hey, brother, we ain't got to get in no violence.
Troy sped walk out of
He did, didn't he? He did, didn't
You
he?
was wearing a suit, coaching a rec game.
Exactly.
It was
Exactly.
no, it was. I actually wore it as a joke. I wore it as a joke. So afterwards,
My point exactly.
So afterwards,
Dressed like Prop Joe at the neighborhood.
so
First West.
so listen. Y'all saying I ran off. I actually pressed into the situation. So the game's over. I come up to homeboy. I said, "Hey man, you threatened my life. I take that seriously. Like, what's going on?" He's like,
Troy counseled him.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Legit.
right there.
he said, "Man, my bad. My daughter just died, and I'm still trying to navigate through that and stuff like that." So his girl was with him. My wife is there with me too. She's the one that lost the baby, his girl. I'm like, since she's there, I looked over at Shaka. Whenever I do this to Shaka, she's like, all right, this is a serious moment. We actually had the opportunity to pray over them in that time because he was literally going through something at that moment.
Hold on, watch how I'm gonna flip it.
Go ahead.
So did Lace leave you or did God assign you?
I created opportunity. In my absence, it gave
Did
you
Lace
a
leave
pathway
you? Did Lace
to
leave
walk
you?
in your gift in that moment.
Did Lace leave you or did God position you for that moment?
I'm gonna use my lace lexicon. It's a both and. It's a both and because yes, Lace did leave me. Okay, he abandoned us. He left us alone. He made me pay the bill for every game because it's a $50 bill you got to pay for the referees.
Oh no, dang on $50.
I had to pay the $50 out of my pocket every single game. And
You should have collected that because I won't. Yeah,
Lace definitely would have said, "Hey y'all, we
Bruh,
gotta pay the
and
referees."
here's the thing, Lace
$5 from everybody, and then Lace would have collected more than he needed and not paid nothing at all.
Gas money.
Lace definitely would have done that. It would have been $50. It would have been 10 people on the team. Lace, like, I need $10 from everybody, so we can pay for the
that's
referees.
crazy.
Nigga would have pocketed 50.
That's crazy.
And
That's
paid the rest of the other
crazy.
50.
That's wild.
but
tell me I'm lying.
and
You are lying.
No,
You lying.
He definitely would have done
lied.
that.
yes, he left, and it was an assignment from the Lord.
Yeah, you know.
Because I ended up coaching the All-Star game. I was we were the two leading. I was one of two of the best. No, actually, I was voted to be one of the coaches for the All-Star team, and because I got it like that. And
Look the part, be the part.
Hey.
I know, right? And the young man who threatened my life, and I was able to pray for, he ended up being on my team. He ended up getting a whole bunch of buckets that game. Yeah, so
We like that, man.
Full circle.
yeah, full circle.
Yeah,
See, look how that worked out.
yeah, man.
Worked out.
That's how that worked out. I don't play pickup no more. I ain't played pickup in a long time.
Thank God.
I don't. I mean, at the level that I care about it at this point, I just don't think it'll be beneficial for me and nobody that's actually trying to play. Because I'd be out there for a different
Ain't
reason.
no runs in Charlotte though.
No, it's plenty of
plenty
runs.
of runs.
It
It
is
is
runs.
runs, yeah.
If you
Basketball
if you
city.
try to run in Charlotte, that's part of the reason why I don't. I try to pull up to do what you did, try to get some community. Most of them already coming to the table. They got their teams, they got the users that they run with and stuff like that. And you could be smooth there for 2 hours and not get on the court just because there's so many people already in line waiting to do whatever. I was like, man, I ain't never coming
It's
back.
wasting
Like,
to get in that mix.
I mean, not if you don't know nobody for real.
I feel you.
What about you? You playing pickup soccer?
I hadn't played in a while. And I mean, for listeners and people who don't know, and maybe I don't even know if y'all know, but I grew up playing basketball. Basketball is my main sport. I ended up playing soccer.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I played here at Victory Christian. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basketball is my main sport. I played basketball from 3 all the way through high school, and I picked up soccer in high school in 10th grade because I was carpooling with somebody on the team, and I was, we a small black school, so it wasn't. They was like, if you're gonna be sitting here every day,
They convinced you to
might as
join
well
the
practice.
team.
you might as well show up. You're gonna be
That's
here.
how you end up coaching little league teams.
Yeah.
So that's how. So I ended up joining soccer my 10th grade year, and then I ended up being a captain on the soccer team before I graduated. I played 3 years of varsity soccer in high school, and then Played here and there throughout college, but I played mostly basketball. Even pick up basketball in college and all that. Basketball's my main sport.
That's what's up.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, in terms of soccer though, I haven't played in a minute. Just life going on. I mean, I probably haven't played in 3 or 4 months, but it's a very similar dynamic in terms of pickup and in terms of like, people being hotheads and all that kind of stuff. And like you got people that try hards and playing with your young people. Like I played right after we had Lottie. I was playing rec league 7v7 at one of the rec centers out here.
That's indoor, right?
No. It was outdoor. 7v7. It was outdoor.
How many
It
people
was like
are
a half
on
a
the
field. On a regular field, it's 11v11.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so we 7v7, half a field going this way, 2 games at a time. So it's like an adult league, 18 plus, and it was, you had a whole range of people out there. You had all your young 20-somethings, young professionals that just got out of playing college, D1 through D3, and then you had like, somebody's like 40-year-old Tio who's been playing his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spectrum of folks, but it was interesting to see the difference growing up playing basketball and the pickup dynamics of basketball. It's interesting to see how those things show up in the space of soccer. And
that's
sport.
real.
It's a whole thing for sure.
Because as I mentioned, I'm on a church team, so y'all know me. I be struggling, like not just
Going off on them niggas.
Man,
I know.
Like for real, bro. I be having to catch myself. Like, you gotta.
I think that's part of it in general. Like, I think we were kind of talking about this before we started rolling, but I think in terms of like it being outlets and things like that, I think also too, like all of us obviously grew up playing sports at a decent level, and y'all play college and all, semi-pro, all that kind of stuff. So it's like certain times it's like there's just the intensity.
Right,
that just comes with
You just
being
kick
in
in
the space. It's just like it's just a natural thing because of like whatever environment you grew up playing with. And part of it was why I ended up changing over from basketball to soccer, because again, pick up basketball is like I have to be very intentional about where I play because I don't have that switch anymore for basketball.
Yeah.
But soccer is a little bit different. I still can,
I was gonna ask you that. When y'all play pickup, do y'all call your own flags and stuff?
So definitely call your own fouls, and there's like a respect thing. People get stepped on, all that kind of stuff. Like you want to be, respectful about it. People argue about calls and all that kind of stuff too. Generally speaking, I think the main difference between like what you would consider for like full contact soccer versus like pickup is like nobody's doing any slide tackling.
Okay,
nobody generally ain't wearing like shin guards, so everybody's trying to be mindful.
Trying to keep everybody safe.
Yeah. I mean, everybody trying to go home, man. We gotta go to work tomorrow.
No, because I'll be playing with Lace, man. Them cats, they die for the ball. They'll blatantly foul you and be like, "It's not a foul," and I'm like, "Come on, man.
It's a go hard or go home situation. Don't nobody want to sit. So when you have good runs,
that's what I'm saying. That's what happened at the court.
We only played to 9. So if you only go in, we trying to get more games in. That way, you know what I'm saying? So
hey, man, come on, play the game, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been times Troy has seen this. We got 25 cats in the gym.
And that's
and it's a private run.
Yes, on one court.
So yeah, you don't want to lose.
And that's why I don't play pickup no more, depending on where I'm at, because I still have that switch that you don't have. And if it turned into something that's not basketball, I'm going to be ready to ruin it for everybody at the court.
I agree with you, but the thing with that, like I said, it's a core group. You know what I mean? So everybody know everybody to an extent. So even if there is an argument or whatever, like by the time we leave, we good. Right, you know what I mean? So, but that's why, like I said, bringing in a lot of outsiders, unless I know you or somebody can vouch for you. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Pickup basketball is where I learned that Christians be cussing. That's how I knew. That's how I found out.
It'll bring it out of you, man.
I was playing in Harrisonburg one time, and one of the homeboys, I mean, solid in the word. I'm talking about like he know philosophy, all this type of stuff. He's like, God is the unmovable mover. He's the one that sets everything in motion. When he told me, I was like, bruh, that's crazy. Play pickup basketball. SF. I'm like, bruh, that's crazy. I didn't know you can know Jesus and cuss at the same time.
It's that competitive switch, man. It's that competitive switch, bro. Like it's.
It's like that. Like I really be having to catch myself for real. Man. Really be having.
It's
to
the
catch
spirit
myself.
of excellence that you want other people to show with. It's not even necessarily that they bad. It's just like if you're gonna be out here, be out here.
Correct.
That's really the attitude. That's really what it's about. Like if you're gonna play.
Yeah,
that's the part that be pissing me off. And we talked about that before, about the difference between if you just want to have fun, just play pickup. Just play pickup fun, get you 5 or 6 people go. But if you're gonna join a league, if you're gonna be on a team, don't bring that I'm just trying to have fun attitude with you if you're trying to be in the league.
Right.
In the league game.
And the other piece too is there is when you have a certain reputation, if you will, because it's a lot of cats that play with me that are on other teams in the league. So I don't want to be on the trash team. And we show up to hoop during the week like, yo, Lace, what happened to your squad? You know what I mean? So that kind of thing comes into play too. So there's a level of reputation and pride too, man.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, I'm definitely. I probably will. I want to get back in the hoop, and I need to like grab some time, get my timing together, all that kind of stuff.
I feel
but
you.
like, I definitely would be looking at like it's got to be a 30+. And in July, it need to be 35+. Like it need to be. I can't be out here running with no.
Yes, sir.
Hey, nah,
I'm cool.
Yeah, nah, it's cool. Keeps you feeling young, man. I be telling Kat, I'm 42, man. I'm just out here to shoot, and I pick my spots. That's it, man.
Because I go home and I do this all night.
Bro,
Hey,
Just be rubbing that knee. Got that ibuprofen and that ice going, just
top
rubbing.
two before you go out there.
Yeah, why do people? I didn't understand. People take ibuprofen before starting the game.
So by the time it kick in,
Yeah.
cut down on the inflammation.
yeah.
Okay,
Come on now.
all right.
When you pop blues, you don't pop that after. You pop that before.
This guy.
Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
We gotta get it going.
Y'all be popping the blue though for real?
I
Nah,
don't.
man. Nah.
No, I don't need it. Thank God.
But if you do, pop it before.
Thank God. I don't. Thank God.
Homeboy gave me some.
Oh, word.
Homeboy gave me some. He was like, "Hey man, I'm not here." Mm-hmm. I was like, "All right, bet." I mean, everybody talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
Just gave you the over the counter.
I was gonna let him finish it. I was gonna let him finish it.
I was like,
I was gonna let him finish it.
Like, what are we doing?
And
A napkin is crazy.
That's where you go, bro. Take that.
and we,
Hold a little bit.
How does that even come up?
Yeah, how did that's what I was gonna let you finish it.
because
How does it come?
Okay,
how did it come up?
great question. How did it come up? So we having conversation. Homeboy's like, "Hey man, try this out." I did not know. I thought, Lord have mercy. You ever heard of honey packs?
Yeah, we heard of honey pack.
You heard of honey packs? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like I thought it's supposed to keep the stamina and going for a long period of time. I didn't
That
know
boy
it's
popped
for.
that honey back in bud. That's crazy. My boy about the bust. That's crazy off the back. About the bust. Oh my gosh, bro.
But it come
Oh my god.
come to
He said he
find
couldn't
out.
sleep on his stomach for 6 days.
But he got them rocks off, boy. That's crazy.
I didn't
So
understand.
you took all of them at one time?
No. I didn't understand it's for erectile dysfunction.
So you ain't researched it at all. You just trusted that he gave them to you.
What the way it was talked about in society, I did not do any. I just went off of what society.
Yo,
was
that
saying.
is crazy.
That's nuts.
And it ended up overworking than what, brother. I couldn't sleep on my
I
chest.
know you couldn't.
Could not sleep on my chest.
No, you couldn't.
I couldn't sleep on my chest, bro. I can't. And if I sleep on my back, I'ma snore.
Oh my God! This nigga land on his back with a hard on and a capap. Just so he don't snore. My boy got on a capap and meat on.
Hey yo.
And they're making a compute
Hey
angle.
yo.
So I said never again.
So what you do?
I threw him away.
No, I mean, after you had took it, what you do?
I had to wait it out.
How long did that take?
That's crazy.
I don't remember, man. I just had to wait it out. I had to sleep it off.
Troy popped that joint. I'm about to have an all-star night.
Yeah, all-star night.
Ended up with an all-star month.
Right.
So did it do what you wanted to do?
Yeah, because she thought she was gonna take it. You thought she was gonna take you to the hospital. That's why you told her.
Hey, you know what? We was talking about Fresh Prince a couple weeks ago. He was in there like crawling off the speed.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
Yeah, you got to go to the ER, bruh.
Oh my God.
So it worked too well, is what you said.
It worked too well.
Yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
after you have completed your
Mission.
love interaction, you expecting, everything
The
go back to
usual,
regular.
Yeah, to balance out.
But then it was like, hey, I'm I'm not regular right now. I'm not regular. This is abnormal.
Yeah.
This is abnormal. Why are we still at full salute right now?
Yeah.
Why are we at this?
Hey,
Is a
yo.
Patreon exclusive.
No,
by the
I'm
way.
just saying. No, this is a good conversation.
No, that's crazy.
This is a good conversation.
Now, cats do be doing that though. Like I've known individuals to like, because Blue Chew is very easy to get. Because Kev on Stage used to actually promote them and a lot of his stuff,
which is crazy
when he first came up. But getting them and just flip them, you know what I mean? Because that's what I've definitely known cats to do that. But you get it in a napkin and you just taking it with no research, like you could have had a heart attack, bro.
It's legit.
Yeah.
You don't know
You
what
know
that
you
was.
sickly anyway. Asthma, heart
Now I'm
attack, all
sickly.
kinds of stuff.
Now
man.
I'm sickly.
You ain't know what that was.
God,
okay, so you didn't answer the question. How did it come up? Like, how did he just drop this on you? Just like, hey, I got some blues. I was gonna use them, or I used them and they didn't do what I wanted them to do. So I got some left over. So I'm gonna just bless you with them.
So he's bragging. The person that I'm talking about is bragging in a group chat about how his anniversary night was amazing.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Hey, y'all need to get on this." Gave me one. I'm like, "This anniversary is about to be amazing," and it was abnormal. And you're exactly right. You don't you have to do your research and things of that nature. And I didn't realize. See, I'm not trying to flex or anything like that. I don't struggle with erectile dysfunction, and I didn't realize that is what it's for. I thought it was Mr. All night type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Man, you should
But
have got
some
you a
people
rhino
do just
pill
take it
from 7-Eleven,
recreational.
like-
Yeah, you could have got you.
ain't that what?
Hey yo.
Them joints is like this big. I said I don't want it if I got to
See,
do
I
all
can't,
that.
and that's the crazy part. I trusted that, but I never trust the gas
gas
That's what I'm
station.
saying. That's crazy.
I'm surprised. So what's interesting is a lot of guys. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of guys, but blue chew and stuff like that has been more socially accepted than like Viagra. Like if a dude
But
was
it is
taking
Viagra.
I know, but the branding for Viagra for most people
gotcha,
back in the day, if someone was taking Viagra, they would hide that for the most part. They're not telling everybody.
Sure.
I'm using Viagra, you know, but blues, everybody's just like, oh, I'll pop a blue, or I'll take a blue, or I'll do, you know, whatever. But to be our age and using blues and stuff like that is crazy.
Hey, it happens, man. Cats be going through stuff, man.
Yeah. Cats genuinely use it because it is needed. And it works. But if you don't necessarily need it, then don't ever take it. And never.
But it be people who don't need it that's taking it.
Right.
Yeah. Like myself.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, if you knew you didn't need it, why did you take it?
Because he wanted to have an amazing night.
I want to have an amazing night.
And he thought he was misinformed. He thought it was an enhancer. He didn't know
Right.
it was
Yeah, he thought it was an enhancer, not a
problem
sustainer.
corrector. Yeah, a problem corrector.
He didn't lean to the hills for what's coming. Oh my God, yo, that's crazy.
That's interesting. I'm only asking because, like I said, most times somebody wouldn't have mentioned that, but for someone to get in the group chat and be like, "Hey, I tried this. Y'all should try it." Did y'all? Never mind. I won't get in this business.
No, I mean some people do that though. Like just it comes up in conversation somewhat organically for men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you should try this. You know what I mean? Whatever. But yeah, crazy.
ED is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever got to that point, I absolutely would use it if I had to. But because I don't. But if I ever was dealing with like ED or something like that, I'm popping the blue. I ain't gonna be embarrassed about it.
Absolutely. Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about.
I gotta get my swerve on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely agree. I mean, medication is here to be our help. I understand that. So why not take advantage of science?
Right. Just don't self-medicate just because.
Oh, yeah,
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
problem.
saying? That's the piece.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the piece.
Cats won't go to the doctor. They don't go to the hospital. They clown my boy Kev on stage for saying he went to go get his physical. Did y'all see that?
I did
Jordan?
see that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They said they put the finger up your butt, didn't they? They violated you. I was like, bruh, this is the checkup. Somebody actually said, no, I just eat right and I go work out. But you still need to go to the doctor.
Correct.
Because you can still have underlying things and never even know that that you got issues. I didn't even know this too. I just heard this when this whole situation came up. I didn't know they can actually check your blood now as an alternative to the prostate exam.
They could have been. They've been checking your blood. They were just also doing the finger exam. But the reason why they stopped doing it is because they said people weren't very accurate. Worded weren't accurate. Like the finger test was not accurate because everyone wasn't using the same method to do it. So a lot of people were just sticking fingers up there and misdiagnosing or missing things, whatever. So that's why they stopped doing it.
That's why people don't trust the doctor.
Right. And you have to do your due diligence to follow up, you know what I'm saying? And I think too, from a social lens, we have to get to a place in which we aren't concerned about the opinions of others, because you only get one of these things, you know what I'm saying? Other things you may have multiples of, but you only get one life, you get one body, and that's just what it is. So like I told my doctor when he gave me my checkup, bro, you ain't gonna give me no hysterectomy, but you know what I'm saying? Do what you got.
But Lay, what's funny, Lay, I learned I knew about the blood thing. Because they been did that in your blood work. I just remember doing the finger exam and stuff. So this past visit, I didn't know that they recently stopped doing the finger test. That's like a recent thing that they just stopped doing. And so when I went for my physical, I was prepared for it, everything, had done my blood work, so the doctor come in and everything. So I'm thinking, all right, time for me to turn around.
He would have got that Joe waxed.
Oh, this episode is way too personal for me, bro. This episode is getting way too deep.
I'm in that joint like I'm waiting for. I'm sitting there waiting for the nigga to ask. That's how crazy it was, like. That's how crazy. I'm sitting there waiting for him to ask.
I would have got that. He would have got $1
I'm in that joint waiting for him to ask me to turn around. I'm like, hey, this is crazy, bro. I'm sitting there, right? I'm like, we going through the appointment, ain't doing nothing. Appointment about to be over. I ain't had the experience yet. I'm like, so we don't need to do the exam.
That's a real.
I'm like, we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? He like, what you talking about? I was like, my prostate exam. I was like, we ain't going. The whole. And I did the little motion, whatever. He was like, oh, we don't do that no more.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what he started telling me. I was like, well, why y'all don't do that no more? Because I was like arguing for it. Like, you gonna check this? Like,
that's
like,
crazy.
Hey, but I'm arguing for it because I don't know that they don't do that no more. And I'm like, you gonna check me, bro? I'm trying to be checked.
No, I wanna.
Bro,
and he want to make sure he's healthy.
I'm trying to make sure I'm healthy, so I'm asking stuff that I would never ask for in my life because I'm like, bro, you gonna check me,
get
nigga.
that thing checked, man.
I'm like, you gonna check me. So he was telling me, he's like, we don't do that no more because people was just doing it. No real results. Couldn't really feel what they was tell what they was feeling for, all different type of stuff. So they like, we just rely on the blood work, which is crazy because they've been doing the blood work. But they didn't just start doing it; they've been doing it. They were just doing both.
Yeah,
and they may actually run in the blood valve through different testing. You know what I'm saying? As this thing, just to obviously that's what they're doing to pick up on that.
But yeah, I mean, to get at the kind of like fringes of the conversation too, because like I think part of it is that's why there is, again, like I mentioned earlier, a level of distrust with medical professionals. But that's also why it's important to build rapport. With your medical professional, so you can have those conversations and be abreast and keep up with that information. You know what I mean? You got to start like really leaning in and building those relationships, especially as you get older.
That's real.
Because if you can't have those conversations, then that's why I feel so awkward, because you have no relationship with this person. You go see this person once every 4 years, 5 years, and they looking at your chart, all these empties. You know what I mean? You can't build no relationship that way.
You know what really be pissing me off? When I go to the doctor and they ask you for your medical history, and I can't answer nothing on the paper.
Like what?
Like, does your family have a history of high blood pressure, heart attack, this disease, and I can't answer none of the questions because either the people in my family don't go to the doctor or the ones who have don't disclose, what they have or this. So I can't even tell what I got in my history that I need to be looking out for because my family don't talk about their medical history or they don't pass that information or different things. So it's like there could be things that we could be avoiding or taking care of or getting in front of, but we can't because I can't speak for y'all, but it's just like, how am I supposed to do something about something I don't know about?
Do you know about your immediate, like your mom and dad? Can you at least tell them that part?
Yeah, like the big stuff. Obviously, when people have cancer, you know that because your family talk about the cancer or high blood pressure. You know who got high blood pressure because people talk about it. But like other stuff, like congestive heart failure, diabetes, like other different things like that. Like I didn't even know my uncle had diabetes until he was like in the last years of his life. I didn't even know he had diabetes. So it's just like different stuff. Like I didn't know he had diabetes until he had to get his have his leg amputated.
Gotta tell the story.
And I'm wondering why he had to get his leg
the
amputated.
story.
And that's when it was like learning, he got diabetes and different things like that. I'm like, all right. So then I found out
What,
from
did
my
y'all
mama.
call it that, or they call it the sugar?
The sugar.
Gotcha.
They
So
call it
that's
the
what I'm
sugar.
saying.
The language.
lexicon.
Yeah. So it's like, found out he got the sugar and stuff like that. And then, so like recently talking with my mom, she's sharing with me about cataracts. She had to get cataract surgery and stuff like that. Come to find out, that runs on her side of the family. Her sister, her brothers, like my uncle, bruh, he's always been kind of blind in one eye, and over time it's just gotten worse. I didn't know that affected our whole family though. I didn't know it was my mama, him, my grandma. So it's like little things like that. So I'm like, why am I just, you 50 years old, I'm just not finding out about it. I'm almost 40, now I'm just finding out about cataracts in our family, different stuff like that. So it's just things like, we don't have those conversations.
No, that's real though. That's a real thing. And it's something too, because obviously, like with my family, being able to just put some of those pieces together. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather had open heart surgery and other things that have gone down the line. Now, as far as disclosure, never direct disclosure, but being able to put that narrative together based upon what I've seen and experienced even growing up. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something. But we got to have these conversations, man. It's real.
100%.
It's real.
Yeah, because we got some family members who have passed, who have died, and it wasn't because of old age, and they still won't tell us.
Yeah, underlying health issues.
Why they pass?
Yeah.
How? Like, can we be informed? When my father was going through his medical issues and stuff like that, he wouldn't tell us anything, and here we are. I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, I don't really have that close relationship with my dad, but my sister, who's a year younger than me, she was like, he's not talking to us. I was like, yeah, that's normal. She's like, no, he's not telling us what he's going through. I need to know this because this could have impacted me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I should know what y'all going through because I don't know what's on the horizon for me.
Right. And which is frustrating because on the flip side, I had this conversation recently with someone because we was obviously talking about medical stuff and all these things that's been going on with a lot of people recently. And they were expressing how them and their siblings were frustrated because their dad is going through something medical, but he's not sharing with them what the medical issue is. Like they can see that he's going through something. They know he's going to the doctor. They know he's not moving like he's supposed to move and different things like that, but he's not telling them what he's dealing with. And they keep asking, like, what's going on? No one's answering. Their mama not saying nothing. And so they're all getting frustrated, you know what I'm saying, with it. And I'm thinking from the other side of like being a parent, of like, especially a dad, when you feel like you need to be Superman, you got to put on a certain way, you got to be strong for everybody, you're dealing with something. So you like, I'm not going to say nothing to them because I don't want them to be afraid about what I'm dealing with or to be, all those other type of things. But at the same time, I feel like you got to say something because they need to know how to govern themselves.
For sure.
They need to know how to be present for you if need be. They're not even necessarily that's a life or death situation, but how can you show up to support a parent if you don't know what they're dealing with? How can you manage your own mental, you know what I'm saying? Say something happens and they find out later, it's life threatening or something like that and it's snatched from them and they don't know why. How do they deal with that afterwards? How do they, and I recently had this just like conversation, Joe, because it was like in relation to my kids. Like if I was dealing with something, what would I say? Or, things with grandparents, if they sick, do we tell our kids and different things like that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them. And they're like, well, do you want to put that kind of pressure? Do you want to put that kind of weight on them and this and that? And I was like, well, it depends on how you give it to them, but also give them a chance to
conversation.
Give them a chance to process. And I say that only because as a teenager, once my parents finally got on like a schedule for how me and my sister would visit and go back and forth, it was like every summer we would go to Indiana for a month, and then every other Christmas we would go visit family, whatever. Well, this one particular Christmas, my grandfather had actually passed away the week before Christmas. And so no one in the family said anything to us. So I'm going to Indiana for Christmas with the anticipation that I'm going to see my grandparents and I'm going to see my family and stuff like that. And I get there, and the first thing that we met with is your grandfather has passed. Everyone knew that for a week, though.
So the trip was because he passed?
No, the trip was because I was already going for Christmas. Yeah. It was just part of our schedule. It was our year to go for the holiday anyway. So we were already going to be there. So the whole time we just excited to go because we like, it's Christmas time. I'm gonna see my granny, I'm gonna see my papa, I'm gonna do, whatever. And then we get there and like the very first day we there, it's like, hey, while you here, we gotta go to a funeral because, you know what I'm saying, your grandpa. So I had all this anticipation built up for it to be snatched from me only because no one wanted to tell me that to, potentially have me burdened or make me feel a type of way. But then I didn't have a week like everybody else to process it.
And you
because
felt that,
nobody said nothing.
that anyway. But I think too, a lot of times, particularly when it comes to kids, we try to protect them from certain things. We're really doing them a disservice.
I was about to say, it's
irresponsible.
I'll err on the side of this.
You know what I mean?
Irresponsible.
And that's just what it is. Like even with my daughter, you were born prematurely. You have this. This is what you're gonna have to navigate in certain aspects of life. You're different. You have to understand that, and now you can navigate that difference appropriately. But being able to have those conversations creates a worldview of yes, I can do it. I just may have to do it differently.
Yeah.
And I think keeping things away from kids, trying to quote unquote, like I said, quote unquote, protect them. You're not because the world ain't protecting nobody, man.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to move and shake out here. So. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's a tough situation to navigate.
Yeah, man, you gotta have your affairs in order, man. Set your peoples up for success.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like life insurance,
all of that,
a will, like family trust, all those things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like dig into that stuff, bro. Because the last thing you want is for your family to have to deal with the mental, emotional, like the grief of losing you, and then having to handle your
figure
affairs
out life
too.
at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and making sure that like this little stuff too that like. I was talking to one homie, and he was talking about like his pops passed. Pops had cancer, passed. And his pops had life insurance, but the life insurance policy didn't match up for the amount of debt that he actually had.
Yeah.
So he had life insurance, they paid for the funeral or whatever. But now
Yeah.
your affairs are coming to us. Well, now we got to inherit your bills and your debt, and there's nothing we done spent. You know what I'm saying? Just taking care of the baseline we done spent what your life insurance policy was for. So just being mindful of those things as you like are navigating those pieces and signing up for benefits and all that kind of stuff and making sure.
Y'all got y'all's wheels?
No, I don't got no will. I need to get one.
Yeah.
I do need to get one. I do have life insurance in place. And other affairs, but I don't have a will, and that is something that I do want to do.
The crazy thing is, like,
an estate plan, not just a will.
Yes,
right, absolutely. Yeah. Like even as I was wrapping up college, I actually sold insurance. Like I worked for State Farm, I worked for Nationwide for a minute. I think it was all my senior year. Yeah, my senior year. But having that conversation with my homies back then, around you get this policy now. That way, when you in your 30s and your 40s, you got a nest egg, even if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So being able to present those kind of things in advance, because particularly in the insurance world, our community is very ignorant around that in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So being able to explore what works for you, et cetera, and not doing something after you have a illness or something that is going to cause your premiums to go up and all that kind of thing. So yeah, man, you got to check into that stuff. Like Dave said, get your affairs in order, man.
I got two questions. The one, go to Lace first. What is one of the things that you think our people are ignorant of when it comes to insurance? Like, what are some of the things that you've seen?
Type of insurance, whether it's term, whole life, universal, what they offer you on the back end, as Dave mentioned, having enough coverage, because you can have an insurance policy, you ain't got enough money to put the person in the ground. You know what I'm saying? So that's real. So the various types of insurance, when you should get it as well, and how it like beneficiaries and how that comes into play, particularly when you have estate, your will, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a plethora of things that come to mind, but type of insurance is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I mean, it's things that it's so interesting because you grow in learning knowledge of different things, right? So as I've kind of interacted with these things over the years, like starting back to the first homie who had a homie who he ran track with, who was a financial planner, and that was my first introduction into like life insurance and, you know, whole policies and cash value and all the things. And you start interacting with these things over the years, and you start finding out more stuff where it's like you can have like why now it's important to like look into like trust once you start develop assets, because you got to go through probate when somebody does pass, so they coming for those bills anyway. You know what I mean? And if you got a family house but this person got debt and they don't have enough insurance to cover the debt or whatever it is, it's like you go through probate, they'll take that so that they can pay off whatever the debts are for the person. So it's like just learning different things that'll allow for you to kind of navigate the systems that we live in, so that you can protect your family and what you have built up. Because I think our generation is kind of we're starting to kind of cross over into that threshold. Some of us have had parents that are, again, have done some of that planning and do some of those things, but again, it's levels to all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always more to learn about as you kind of like garner more exposure and more assets and more opportunity, there's always something to be learning how to protect it because somebody's trying to take it.
Absolutely.
Now you said earlier I said will, and then you said estate.
Yeah.
Can you differentiate between the two?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not no insurance expert or nothing. I work in the creative field, but again, this is just researching and talking to homies who have been in the field. But to my understanding, a will is a document that tells what your last will and testament. This is what I would like to do or what I would like to happen with my affairs as I pass. So these are like instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I was talking about an estate plan, again, that has more to do with like holistically what that picture. So to my understanding, a will is a part of an estate plan. It almost directs an estate plan, which talks about, I need this car to go to this person. I want this to go to this. This is supposed to cover that. Like an estate plan looks at all of your affairs and checks all of those boxes versus a will just saying like, cremate me or put me in the ground.
Give all my shoes to
give all this. Make sure this person gets.
and
I got $200 tucked in this sock for this person. Like,
make sure they get.
It's a more comprehensive approach to like taking care of all of your assets, your assets, your liabilities. You know, on top of giving those instructions on what you would like to happen.
Yeah. And you said the word probate. Can you break that down?
Probate court, to my understanding, is just like the government coming for what you're owed to corporations and creditors ahead of whatever is left over for your family.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? After you dead, they still like, hey, I want my money though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I need that money. I need that money.
I need my money on
time. Some of us go to funerals to check and see somebody go pay something. You know what I'm saying? So, like my pops, he joke all the time. He was like, "Yeah, He was like, when he passed, he want me to put a $50 bill in his suit pocket, and he was like, before they close it, I want you to see if it's still there." You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing, because that's what we do, man. That's the type of stuff people be on, man. For real.
I do need to get a will. I do need to get a will though, a will and an estate plan and all that. So I do have insurance. I got a term policy. Whole life just didn't work for me at the level that I was at, and term was a lot more affordable. But I was able to get more financial coverage for what I had. So I just think different people, different situations.
Can you speak to more why one was more beneficial than the other?
Yeah, because they both have different benefits. Obviously, term, the benefit is that it's a lot cheaper, easier to get into the game. Like right away, you can get more coverage for less, and depending on how early you do it. If you're younger, you can get way more for a lot less. I don't think a lot of people really understand that. If you get your insurance policy in like your 20s or 30s, you could easily have like $1 million policy and only pay like $40 or $50 a month, as long as you're
probably less than that for real.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're
particularly term,
as long as your health is good. A lot of people have quorums against term because they feel like, 80% of term policies don't pay out. Not understanding that that's a good thing. That means the person didn't die. Like you didn't pass, so you didn't need to use it. So it wasn't that they don't pay out if you need it. It's like they're not paying out because people are living longer than their, policy or whatever. Whereas like whole life, you have the opportunity to build cash value where you can start to hide, not necessarily hide money, but it's a way of hiding money and having tax advantages. So as you're pouring into your policy, is building and growing cash value that you can pass down or use or borrow from and pay back and different things like that for financial strategy. For most people, the con to that is they're usually more expensive to own, and then the payout or death benefit is not as large as what you would see on a term policy. So you just got to weigh the pros and cons. This is just my logic. Again, I'm not a financial expert. I tend to see whole life policies work better for people who are more well-to-do and actually have the money to be able to make that kind of thing work for them. If you're not in that situation, a term policy probably would make the most sense for you financially to at least be able to get into the game to cover your family before you can figure out some of that rest.
One of the strategies I was working with when I did have a financial advisor, one of the strategies we were working through is we actually had set up a convertible term. So it started as like a regular term policy, and then you could convert it to whole life as you continue to grow.
Dope. Yeah,
as you continue to grow in your finances, as you climb the ladder, or as you build a bigger business or whatever it is, and you start to take more home, and you can afford to pay for more insurance. You can take some of that term policy, start to convert that into a whole life, so that you getting the best of both worlds. So that's another potential opportunity. Talk to some folks that's in financial planning.
Yeah, man, tap in.
Yeah, man.
State Farm, you know what I mean? Go see what they talking about.
Because everybody got a friend that's trying to sell them some insurance. If you don't even want to buy it from them, just talk to them.
That's exactly what I did. Bro said I need 25 policies by the end of the month. Say less.
Lay's calling everybody.
What you mean?
Lay's calling everybody.
Say less.
Yeah. Part of the challenge with that, I was like, I probably will but I will be very weary of like having a financial planner again, because everybody, especially starting young, everybody who I was with, they kept getting out of the game because it is a tough industry to
It
be
is,
in.
yeah.
Because you got to build a book
of business. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you got somebody who's starting out in this industry. They're trying to build a book. They're using their media network. So it's like they find out the insurance game ain't for them, or they find a job that's like easier or whatever it is. So it's like I had bounced around a couple different times where cats had changed their jobs and it say nothing. Now your policy's sitting with somebody or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like if you can, I would say like make sure you vet whatever financial professional you work with and
Big
look at their book and how long they've been in the
Yes.
game and you know what I
Yes.
mean. If they are they owning their own firm, are they like partnered off of a larger firm? Like get a good understanding of their business because
Solid.
that's one of the things that's really like been irritating for me in interacting with that industry. Is that like every time I go financial planner, you know,
They dip.
3, 4, or 5 years, they oh bro, I done moved over here. I ain't even with that. It's just like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
Now my bread over here.
you wasn't gonna say nothing.
Well, it's because most of them finding out that they book actually comes mostly from them whole life policies, and they're more expensive to sell, and then more people can't afford the whole life policies, and that's where most of their book comes from. So if they're like, I can't turn that over regularly, I'm getting out of here.
And it's a lot of times too, from my experience, a lot of times people inherit a book of business.
That's
Yes.
So if you that goes back to okay, how do I cultivate a relationship to keep this book of business, generate more business, all
And
of that.
grow
So
it.
it does have and obviously a lot of the tools and the types of policies, et cetera, have shifted. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when I was in the game, it was term, whole, universal. Now, as Dave mentioned, hybrid
Convertible.
opportunities, other opportunities, and you know, getting into the mix early because I know when I first started in the corporate space, a lot of people was like, I'm just gonna get insurance through my job. Well, if you don't have your job, then how you go? So and for me, it's always thinking the long game. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's to Mel's point. Yes, whole life, et cetera, is more expensive. But if I can, I'm thinking, how can I use? How does this benefit me down the line if I
play
can
with it.
sustain this,
Yeah.
et cetera? So yeah, y'all tap into it, man. Do some research and figure out what works for you.
That was gold, guys. Thank y'all for sharing about
I
that.
just want to say this before we close this episode because I know we had time. I don't really think that people understand how balanced this podcast is. We talked about pickup basketball,
Blue Chew,
blue chews,
getting your booty.
getting your booty checked at the doctor.
The dang consumer here is crazy.
Game of financial planning all in an hour.
Hey, no, for real.
That
That's
was
what
just
it
one
is.
episode,
Yeah,
y'all.
This is what it is.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is what we
Tap
got going
in,
on
man.
at Manly D's. I'm trying to tell y'all,
tap
man.
in.
It's crazy. Hey, close. You want me to close it?
Go ahead, man. You got it.
Hey, man. It's your boy, Melly Mel. Life Coach Lace. Hope Dilla Troy. Dave Has Wings. It's the Manly D's podcast. Until next time, we out.